Hey guys, Zero back. We're back into Ogame. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about attacking today. We've covered that a little bit. But now that I have espionage tech and probes and such, as you'll see in the shipyard, I have 4 espionage probes, which, isn't too shabby. Right now I'm building a light fighter, and going to be building a small cargo just right after that. So it's going to take about 40 minutes for that. You'll see what I did with my espionage probes. First thing was I probed 2 planets. So I probed Invictus. As you can see, pretty much nothing there. The reason for this is that if you look here, it belongs to Merchant. He is gray with a little eye. That means he's inactive. It means it's been 4 or 5 days, I can't remember exactly, that he hasn't logged in. And his rank is 2700, so I mean, it's ridiculous. And that means anybody can attack him, so highly level players close by are going to be attacking him. So it's whatever. No resources there. However, Sideburns SXSSB, who we attacked before, I can remember. First time I got destroyed, second time I won, third time I got destroyed again, or whatever. There's quite a bit of debris, that's all me and my Newbury. However, with my espionage probes, I was able to probe his homeworld. And since he has no espionage technology, I get to see everything. So I get to see his buildings, fleets, defense activity. What normally would happen is that if his espionage is higher than mine, all I would see is resources. If my espionage is 1 level higher, I'd see fleets and activity. If I send like 6 or 7 probes and he's 1 level higher, I'd still see some of these things. And if you're high enough, level over them / have enough espionage probes, you get to see everything. You get to see their production, you get to see his production is actually better than mine. So I definitely want to just keep hitting him. However, he seems like he's mostly gone inactive. He only has 1 rocket launcher. He lost 1 in my last attack, which means with my 3 light fighters and small cargo, I should be able to kill that rocket launcher fast enough that it can't possibly inflict casualties. We'll see in 2 hours if that happens. I'll update you on that. I did attack him again. As you can see, I got destroyed again. I had 2 light fighters and 2 small cargoes. I did eventually kill him, and that means that this time I got lucky and 1 of his rocket launchers was not rebuilt, leaving him with 1. So I'll just keep crashing that, and eventually that will die, and it'll be a cakewalk, and we can just take all his resources. In other news, I have been asked to run a satellite alliance. I said no. But I might join it and just hang out. So you guys might get to see me there if you have anything to do with this server and such. Okay, so that's how attacking works. I mean, we've got a pretty good grasp on that now. I'm gonna crash that rocket launcher. Hope it dies. I do, however, have a lot of deuterium. I have quite a bit of dark matter that I got given for the tutorial. We're actually gonna hop into the tutorial real quick. So I got 2 espionage probes for spying on another player's planet, which is kind of nice. Mission 3 I haven't finished. It's building 9 levels, whatever. Level 4 you were here for me finishing. Level 5 information. I did this kind of with you guys, join an alliance, all that jazz. Mission 6 is build a resource storage. Not really that good. It does cost 2,000 metal to build a level 1 metal storage. It's the cheapest. So guys, at this point in time, I really have no reason to do that. So I skipped this one. I spied that planet because I wanted to make sure it didn't still have 2 rocket launchers, because I would indeed die if it did. And I don't want to keep just dying. As you can see, my rank is terrible. Should be about 700 right now, just from when I started. Which leaves me 700 behind, I think, if my math is right on that. So the next one is to go on an expedition, which means I need astrophysics. That's getting a little bit ridiculous. Because if we look in this tab here, the Astrophysics Tech Tree. It's not that bad. Oh, sorry. Level 3 Impulse Drive and level 4 Espionage Tech. That's actually not that bad at all, because for the Heavy Fighter, which is what I'm going for next, obviously, I need level 2 Impulse Drive. So I'm going to need that anyway. So I'll just need 1 level of Impulse Drive and 2 levels of Espionage Tech I wouldn't have otherwise gotten. Now what's interesting is what astrophysics gives you. Let's just read this blurb. With an astrophysics research module, ships can undertake long expeditions. Every second level of this technology will allow you to colonize an extra planet. So here's the cool thing. It allows you to also colonize what position. Different positions actually give you different things. Like the closer to number 1 you are, the more solar energy it has, the better your solar panels will be. The closer to 15, the colder it is, and the more deuterium your deuterium plants will produce. So here it tells you the maximum expeditions per level. So if you're level 15, you can do 3 expeditions. If you're level 1, you can do 1, and that's not very exciting. Maximum colonies at level 3, you get to have 2 colonies. However, I believe at level 1, that colony is actually like an extra colony aside from your homeworld. So the total would be 9 altogether. Yeah. So the reasons this is good is if you have 2 bases, that would mean I have 2 of these resources. They're actually not connected resource-wise. You would have to transfer them using cargo ships. I'm going to grab a level of this just because I have everything for it. Random. I know. But yeah, the reason that's good is because then I would have 2 metal mines producing. And usually what players will do is stack the second base and just put lots of mining on it. A little bit of defense and not keep any fleet there. What that will do is basically feed your main base so that you can produce more. Because you really... Oh man, I'm having a rough night. Because really, it's going to take a lot for you to max out your production in any early level of the game, where it's like you're going to be producing ships all night. I mean, that just doesn't happen at the beginning, unless you're really, really lucky and get some really good hits off. But we're not so far, as you can see. So that means we can have more than 1 base. And once you get up to 9 bases, I mean, your income starts to be crazy, and it almost starts to compare to what you can get from raiding. And later on in the game, after about a year of building mines, I mean, you probably get more income than you could ever raid, unless you, again, get really lucky. The second thing it allows you to do, so you go to Galaxy. I'm not sure if I can do it. Nope. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. But yeah, so if let's go to fleet. Okay, so if I decide to move these, go to next. What I would do is I put them to planet 16. As you saw on the space page, there's only 15. 16 is an expedition. See, it says I have to research astrophysics first. And at that point, I would be able to send anything. I can send espionage probes with it, but I need to send something slower because espionage probes are too fast. It would be unbalanced. So that's why those 2 things are good. Expeditions give you all kinds of things. You can find ships. You can find each individual resource. You can find dark matter. It's one of the only ways for non-paying people to get dark matter. That's about it, really. You can also run into pirates and aliens, which will destroy your fleet or destroy a percentage of your fleet. It really sucks. I mean, that's all part of the game. Some people like to do expeditions a lot. Some people don't. It allows less noob bashing because you do have something for your fleet to be doing when there are no decent attacks to be had. So that's kind of important because it keeps from noob bashing. Another feature I wanted to show you is just really quick, the merchant. Now what this allows you to do is scrap merchant allows you to trade in ships that you no longer need. This, in my opinion, is kind of silly, as there's no real reason to do this. If I put 3 of those, I could get 2100 metal, but I don't need that. There's no defense or ship that I can say at any point in the game you would no longer need, unless you desperately need resources for something. Import export. Actually, I haven't figured out how this works yet. I believe it's just trading between. I'm not even sure. Yeah, but like this is just. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's trading between players. You don't quote me on that. Auctioneer. Also confused exactly how this works, but yeah, it's something to check out. Because honestly, I don't understand it. And here's the one that's been around forever, and this is the one I understand. It isn't too OP. I'm actually going to do it here right now for you guys. What I'm going to do is, since I have so much deuterium, I'm going to trade it. So I'm going to call in the trader. Now here are the ratios he offers. He offers me, for my deuterium, 2.76 metal per deuterium or 1.78 crystal. Now I can hit new exchange rate, it'll cost me 3.5k dark matter. And this could reverse, like I could have like 2.1 crystal and maybe like 2.2 metal. However, I think the amount it changes honestly doesn't change that much, simply based on the fact that, I mean, there is a set price for metal and crystal compared to deuterium. And I mean, I can imagine it would change a little bit, but unless you're trading massive amounts of resources, I don't think it would matter. So if I get 9,000, okay, so that would be all of my deuterium. So if I get 4,000 of that, and I'm assuming it'll max me out. Okay, so that's going to take all my deuterium. Now that's not bad, but since I have so much deuterium, I might just do it, because that gives me quite a lot of ability to build ships, which is really something that I need. I actually only need 4,000 metal. Let's go with this. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to trade. As you can see, my deuterium is gone, and I now have metal and crystal. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to build small cargoes because I want to be able to raid more. Now I have espionage probes, I should die less. That's the theory. But I don't know. Oh wow, I can just complete the current construction order. That's not ridiculous. Yikes. So like I could just complete a Death Star. However, I did find out that this does not stack. When this one comes around, where I built 2 ships at once, I cannot actually complete it for 750. It would actually be 1500. So that's not quite as OP. It's a little bit scary when you get up to these big ships in the early game, though. And there's definitely some intentional delays there that are really scary. So I'm down to 8,000 dark matter. Kind of makes me sad, but you know, you do what you gotta do. So I'm doing computer technology. As you can see, my attack's landing in 1 hour and 47 minutes. My defenses are looking stellar. I'm not sure there's much else I want to talk to you about. However, you saw earlier, I only have enough fleet really to launch 1 attack, and I have 2 fleet slots because of my computer technology, and I'll soon have 3. Which means that I should be around espionaging people. So Nick looks like a viable target, so I'm going to espionage him. These guys are all in new protection, which means they're all way too low for me to attack. Not really interested in attacking him. And I have no more fleet slots available. These 2 would actually be good for me to espionage on, especially this guy. He's ranked 1600, he doesn't have an alliance. Pretty good chance of me making a good hit or 2 on him. And just getting my resources up, because honestly I'm way far behind. This is going to be it for my video for tonight. If you have any questions, comments, rude remarks, feel free to post them in the comments. I do plan on being a little bit more active with comments and things like that, and I have some ideas to get people to participate a little bit more on the channel. I would like suggestions for things that you need explained in the videos, or games you'd like me to try. I do have a list of games I'm going to go through that I have experience with, but I'm willing to try games I don't. Again, not really going to be playing the games too intensely, but using it more just as a platform to teach and share and learn from you guys. That's everything for tonight. I'll see you guys later, and just remember, again, questions, comments, rude remarks, always welcome. Play safe, and I'll see you later.